Hello, my friend, and welcome back to Silver Bite and Smile. Have you ever sat down to a beautiful meal, something you were really looking forward to, only to find yourself in a silent battle with a piece of meat on your plate? That feeling of frustration, maybe a little twinge in your jaw, or the worry that a hard bite might upset a crown or your dental work, it can turn a joyful dinner into a stressful chore. What if I told you the problem isn't your teeth or your age, but the specific cuts of meat we've been told are dinner table classics? Some of them are just not designed for smiles like ours that have lived a little longer and wiser. Stick around, because today we are pulling back the curtain on 3 of the most common meats that can be secretly tough on our teeth and gums. But don't you worry, we're not about taking things away. For each one, I'm going to share some absolutely delicious, tender, and mouth-watering swaps. We're going to transform your menu with these clever and easy ideas that will let you savor every single bite with complete confidence and keep your smile healthy for years to come. So go ahead and grab your favorite mug of tea, settle into that comfy chair, and let's talk about how to make every meal a true pleasure from start to finish. Let's start with the king of the classic dinner plate, but also one of the biggest culprits when it comes to tough chewing. A big, beautiful steak or a slice of pot roast. I can almost picture it now, can't you? A special occasion, the family is over, and there's that gorgeous cut of beef roasted to perfection. But then you take the first bite, and the chewing starts and continues and continues. It can feel like you're wrestling with it, and all the while, you're hoping no one notices you're having a tough time. That kind of repetitive, forceful chewing puts a tremendous amount of pressure on our teeth. For those of us with bridges, crowns, or even implants, that stress can be a real concern. Not to mention the high risk of tough fibers getting caught between teeth or under the edge of our gums, which can lead to irritation and inflammation. While beef is a fantastic source of iron, which our bodies need for energy, the physical toll of eating a tough cut can sometimes outweigh the benefit. It can leave your jaw feeling tired and sore, and that's the last thing anyone wants after a meal. But what if you could have all that rich, beefy flavor without any of the fight? My fellow food lover, let me introduce you to your slow cooker's best friend, the pulled beef sandwich. Imagine beef so tender it practically melts before it even reaches your mouth. When you take a tougher cut, like a chuck roast, and let it simmer away for hours in a slow cooker, something magical happens. The tough connective tissues, the stuff called collagen that makes a steak chewy, completely break down and dissolve into the meat, leaving you with incredibly juicy, shreddable, and effortless-to-eat beef. It's a texture that is so forgiving and gentle on our mouths. It requires minimal chewing, which means no stress on your jaw and no pressure on your dental work. You get all that wonderful iron and protein, but in a form your mouth will thank you for. Pile it high on a soft bun, and you have a meal that feels hearty and satisfying, but is as easy to eat as it is delicious. And for another wonderful way to enjoy that savory beef flavor, think about the ultimate comfort food, a classic shepherd's pie. By using ground beef, you're immediately solving the texture problem. The grinding process has already done all the hard work of breaking down those tough muscle fibers for you. There's nothing to wrestle with here. Picture a savory layer of seasoned ground beef, perhaps mixed with soft-cooked carrots and peas, all tucked under a fluffy, creamy blanket of mashed potatoes. Every single spoonful is soft, it's warm, it's deeply comforting. From a dental perspective, it's a dream come true. It's easy on dentures, it's gentle on sensitive gums, and there are no surprise tough bits to worry about. Plus, here's a little health tip. When you make your savory base, using a little tomato paste or sauce doesn't just add flavor. The vitamin C in the tomatoes actually helps your body absorb the iron from the beef more effectively. It's a perfect partnership of nutrition and pure, simple comfort. You've earned stress-free meals, and this is one of the coziest you can find. If these ideas are already getting you excited about dinner again, and you believe, like I do, that everyone deserves to chew with confidence, take just a moment to tap that like button. It's a small click for you, but it helps our friendly community grow, allowing more people to find these tips and enjoy their food without worry. Thank you for that. Now let's move on to our second meat that can often cause trouble, and it's a weeknight staple for so many, the pork chop. Oh, the potential of a pork chop is magnificent, but the reality can often be disappointing. We've all been there. You cook it just a minute or two too long, and it goes from promisingly juicy to dry, tough, and frankly, like chewing on a piece of cardboard. It's one of the least forgiving cuts of meat out there. That dry, dense texture requires a lot of chewing power, which, again, can be jarring for our dental work and tiring for our jaws. And when it's tough, the edges can even feel sharp against sensitive gums. It's a shame, because pork is a great source of B vitamins, especially thiamine, which is crucial for our energy levels and nervous system function. But if the experience of eating it is a struggle, we're more likely to just avoid it altogether. But fear not, my friend. There is a way to enjoy delicious pork that is wonderfully tender every single time. The secret is to choose a different cut, the pork tenderloin. Unlike a pork chop, the tenderloin is an incredibly lean and fine-grained muscle, which means it's naturally tender to begin with. The key is to roast it whole and slice it after it's cooked. It cooks much more quickly and stays unbelievably moist and succulent. Imagine slicing into a perfectly roasted pork tenderloin and seeing how effortlessly the knife glides through. The slices are so tender they almost melt in your mouth. This is the kind of texture that feels luxurious, yet it's so simple to prepare. For your smile, this is a huge win. The meat is so soft and easy to manage, it puts virtually no strain on your teeth or gums. You get that wonderful, mild pork flavor and all the nutritional benefits without any of the aggressive chewing. It's an elegant, easy, and most importantly, chew-friendly meal. And if you love the idea of set-it-and-forget-it cooking, just like with our beef, let's bring back our kitchen hero, the slow cooker, for some incredible pulled pork. Using a cut like a pork shoulder, which has a bit more fat, is perfect for slow cooking. Over those long, low hours, the meat becomes so profoundly tender that you can shred it with just a fork. Think about a warm, soft tortilla filled with savory, juicy pulled pork, or a scoop of it next to some creamy coleslaw. The texture is just heavenly. From a dental health standpoint, it's perfect. The shredding process eliminates any need for strenuous chewing, making it an ideal choice for anyone with dentures, partials, or just general sensitivity. One tip to make it even more smile-friendly is to be mindful of the sauce. Many store-bought barbecue sauces are loaded with sugar, which we know isn't great for our teeth. Try making your own simple sauce with tomato, a little vinegar, and spices, or just look for a low-sugar option at the store. This way, you get a meal that's both mechanically soft and gentle on your enamel. It's pure comfort that's truly kind to your smile. And that brings us to the final type of meat to be mindful of, and this one is a bit of a sneaky one. It's not about a tough cut from the butcher, it's about what happens to meat when it gets processed. I'm talking about things like cured salami, beef jerky, and some of those hard, dry sausages. They're convenient, for sure. A quick sandwich with deli meat or a stick of jerky for a snack. But here's the kicker. They often present a double challenge for our health and our smiles. First, many of these are incredibly high in sodium. All that salt isn't just a concern for blood pressure. It can also contribute to a dry mouth, and a dry mouth is a breeding ground for bacteria, increasing our risk for cavities and gum issues. Second, the texture itself can be a real problem. Beef jerky is notoriously tough and requires an immense amount of ripping and tearing, which is a genuine hazard for dental work. The casings on some sausages can be surprisingly difficult to chew through, and the dense, dry texture of salami can also demand more effort than you'd think. So, what's the simple, delicious, and empowering swap? It's creating your own deli meat by simply roasting a turkey or chicken breast at home. When you roast your own, you are in complete control. You control the sodium, you control the seasonings, and most importantly, you control the tenderness. Imagine a beautiful golden brown roasted turkey breast, fresh from your oven. You let it cool, and then you slice it, as thinly or as thickly as you like. The meat is moist, soft, and incredibly easy to chew. It's perfect for a sandwich on soft whole grain bread or for dicing into a salad. This simple act of cooking it yourself transforms the experience. You get all the wonderful lean protein, which is essential for maintaining muscle mass as we age, but you also get phosphorus. Phosphorus is a mineral that works hand in hand with calcium to build and protect our tooth enamel and the bones in our jaw. So a simple, home-roasted turkey sandwich isn't just easy to eat. It's actively helping to keep the foundation of your smile strong and healthy. It's a small change in habit that pays huge dividends in flavor and health. And now for our final smile-friendly swap, which might just be the most powerful one on our list. If you want a protein that is the absolute champion of being gentle on your teeth and amazing for your oral health, I invite you to think beyond the land and look to the water. I'm talking about flaky, heart-healthy fish, especially salmon. This isn't just a swap. It's an upgrade for your entire body. Picture a beautiful fillet of salmon, baked with a little lemon and dill. When you press a fork into it, it doesn't just slice. It flakes apart into moist, tender pieces. There is virtually no chewing required. This makes it the ultimate protein for anyone with significant dental challenges, sore gums, or for those days when your mouth just feels tired. But the benefits go so much deeper. Salmon is packed with omega-3 fatty acids. These are famous for being good for our hearts, but they are also powerful anti-inflammatories. For our smiles, this is incredible news. Inflammation is the enemy of gum health, a key factor in issues like gingivitis and periodontitis. So, by eating salmon, you are actively helping to calm inflammation throughout your body, including in your gums. But wait, there's more. Salmon is also one of the best natural sources of vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin. Our bodies need vitamin D to be able to absorb calcium properly. You can eat all the calcium-rich foods in the world, but without enough vitamin D, you won't get the full benefit for your bones, including that all-important jawbone that anchors your teeth. A meal featuring flaky fish is a true powerhouse. It's effortless to eat. It fights gum inflammation from the inside out, and it helps build a rock-solid foundation for your smile. That's a win, win, win. So you see, it's not about restriction or giving up the hearty, savory meals you love. It's about being smarter with our choices. It's about shifting from meats that fight back to proteins that are tender, delicious, and actively support our health. By embracing slow cooking, choosing naturally tender cuts, and welcoming wonderfully flaky fish into your routine, you can completely transform your dining experience. You truly deserve dinners that are a joy to eat. From the very first bite to the very last, keeping your smile bright and your body strong. It's about making your food work for you so you can eat with confidence and live with vitality. I would be so delighted to hear from you. Which one of these smile-friendly swaps are you most excited to put on your dinner table first? Was it the comforting shepherd's pie, the elegant pork tenderloin, or maybe that powerhouse salmon? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Silver Bite and Smile for more tips every single week to help you eat well, feel great, and smile with total confidence. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Eat well and be well.